droplets of water that have crystallized and become a solid. So that's actually solid water moving around. And
Solid water.
normally, solid water, like ice, it's tiny droplets of ice. And so normally in the air around us, there's a little bit of water, some moisture, and so we see a little bit of that fog that we're talking about. But if we pour the liquid nitrogen straight into water, we get a lot of that fog.
It looks like dry ice.
It's the same effect that dry ice has.
Kind of idea.
Dry ice is very, very cold.
This is crazy. So like you're not even pouring anything.
So you're usually associating boiling with something that's very, very hot. It's all relative, right? Each substance has its own boiling point and its own freezing point.
Is it can chili?
So what we're going to do here, yeah, it gets really, really cold. You can probably see that on the outside of this beaker, we're starting to get some deposition where the water is going straight to becoming a
Solid.
gas into a solid on the outside of the container. Now, since we're producing a gas, that gas has to go somewhere. So if we take some soapy water, we're going to let the gas blow some bubbles.
Ooh, I've seen this.
So we're going to make a thin film.
That's so trippy.
That's special. That's how they make the gas.
Last hour we were able to get them a little bit bigger. We'll stir the soapy water around. You can even see, if you're up close, that some of the soap around the outside of the container is even freezing due to the extremely low temperatures of that nitrogen. And a lot of the water that was in these beakers is now turning into a solid as well.
I see the
Yo!
Now that's crazy right there. That's some Houdini stuff, you know.
Yeah.
When you touch it, is it cold to the touch?
When I touch what? The
the
beaker or the flasks? Yeah. They're extremely cold. You can't even like handle it for more than a couple seconds or your hands get too cold. Liquid nitrogen, because it's such a low temperature, it can be extremely dangerous because it will basically freeze burn your skin if it comes into contact with it for too long a period of time. Now you're probably wondering, why am I not wearing gloves if it can freeze your skin?
Yeah.
It's a good question. If you know what you're doing with liquid nitrogen, if you spill a little bit on yourself, it's boiling so rapidly that it basically doesn't even touch your skin because it's boiling from underneath. So it kind of just floats on the top of your skin and falls right off. If you were to submerge something inside of it though, like if I just put my hand inside of it, then it would do very bad things to my hand because I'm allowing it to be on my hand. But if you just spill a little bit, it just slides right off. All right, so again, boiling liquids. Does anybody here drink tea?
I drink tea. I drink it all the time.
Good
Me and
stuff.
my G-Mom drink it all the
You know how they make tea, right?
Yeah.
Tea kettle?
I don't like
Does anybody know how a tea kettle works?
Yeah.
I mean, everything's more off.
I know. It goes.
It's just a little cold.
Can I demonstrate it?
How does a tea kettle work? Yeah.
No.
There's a little, there's like a little lid right there, and it pops open when the tea, or when, like, that's how you pour out the tea. But in order for it to get hot, you have to put it over, like,
Look at this dude.
like,
No, that's not how it works.
something for it to
There you
boil
go.
so it can go. And then you know it's ready when it goes.
Alright, what's the noise again?
There you go.
So yeah, what happens, you boil water, okay, and the water starts to produce a gas because it's boiling, and that gas starts to build up more and more and more inside the kettle, and eventually it's forced through, there's a tiny hole in the top of that you might be able to see, okay, and when we force the gas through there, it whistles. So it doesn't take heat though in order to do this, because if you have something like liquid nitrogen, it's already boiling and producing a gas. So if I pour it in
Real hard.
and cap it,
Does it go missing?
But there's no.
it'll whistle right away.
So that means it's like.
You gotta hit a beat with it.
Are you gonna drink it?
Am I gonna drink it? No.
No.
I mean, if